Introduction. Malnutrition is a disease condition that leads to nutritional disorders when the body's need and intake of nutrition get imbalanced. It is the most widespread condition, generally affects the health of children. There are many significant factors that can lead to malnutrition, such as scarcity of proper foods, poor economical status, that is lack of purchasing power of the family, as well as various traditional beliefs and taboos regarding intake of foods. All these factors leads to an insufficient balanced diet resulting in malnutrition. Problem statement. Malnutrition has become a common health issue in a developing country like India, where poor economical condition, outdated traditional beliefs on food intake that lack nutritious foods, illiteracy, and various environmental factors take a leading role for malnutrition. Now, I will be discussing various problem statements of malnutrition both India and worldwide. Malnutrition has been one of the enduring enigmas of contemporary India. The World Bank estimates that India is one of the highest ranking countries in the world for the number of children suffering malnutrition. The 2015 Global Hunger Index report ranked India 20th amongst leading countries with a serious hunger situation. In 2016, an estimated 155 million children under the age of 5 years were suffering from stunting, while 41 million were overweight or obese. Around 45% of deaths among children under 5 years of age are linked to malnutrition. 80% of newborn mortality occurs in babies who are of low birth weight. During 2010 to 15, more than 14% of the world's children under the age of 5 years were underweight for their age. For chronic and acute undernutrition were found to be high in all the 7 states, namely Haryana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and Goa. At present in India, 35.7% children under 5 years age are underweight. Of these, 7.5% have moderate to severe wasting and 38.4% moderate to severe stunting. The United Nations estimated that there were 821 million undernourished people in the world in 2017. Malnutrition as of 2010 was the cause of 1.4% of all disability adjusted life years. History. While hunger has been a perennial human problem, there was relatively little awareness of the qualitative aspects of malnutrition until the early 20th century. The Green Revolution of the 1950s and 1960s saw considerable improvement in capability to prevent malnutrition. The document on 1948 Universal Declaration of Human Rights stated that access to food was part of an adequate right to a standard of living. The Universal Declaration on the Eradicating of Hunger and Malnutrition was an resolution adopted November 16, 1974 by all the 135 countries that attended the 1974 World Food Conference that set forth certain aspirations to follow to sufficiently take actions on the global food problem. The World Health Organization estimates that malnutrition accounts for 54% child mortality worldwide. Malnutrition and being underweight are more common in elderly than in adults of other ages. According to UNICEF, India was at the 10th spot among countries with the highest number of underweight children and at the 17th spot for the highest number of stunted children in the world. Definition. The most accepted definition of malnutrition by World Health Organization is that the cellular imbalance between the supply of nutrients and energy and the body's demand for them to ensure growth, maintenance, and specific functions. Etiological factors. There are numerous contributory factors in the web of causation of malnutrition, viz. Inadequate intake of food case both in quality and quantity. Infections conditions that increase requirements for calories, proteins, and other nutrients also decrease their absorption and utilization. It is a vicious circle, infection contributing to malnutrition and malnutrition contributing to infection, both acting synergistically. Amongst the social, economical, and biological and environmental factors, the common causes are lack of breastfeeding and giving diluted formula, improper complementary feeding, overcrowding in family, ignorance, illiteracy, lack of health education, poverty, infection, familial disharmony. Role of free radicals. Two new theories have been postulated recently to explain the pathogenesis of kwashiorkor. These include free radical damaged liver cells giving rise to kwashiorkor. As of host, frequent in infants and young children whose rapid growth increases nutritional requirement. PEM in pregnant and lactating women can affect the growth, nutritional status, and survival rates of their fetuses, newborn, and infants. Elderly can also suffer from PEM due to alteration of GI system. Clinical scenario of malnutrition. Malnutrition due to proper calorie and protein deficiency will manifest some clinical signs and symptoms in the person affecting with it. Various disease conditions are associated with malnutrition that mainly affects the children. The physical appearance of the person affecting with malnutrition itself depicts the picture as the person will be cachectic with loss of muscle, body fat, as well as will be manifesting with diseases due to poor immune system affected by it. Let's discuss in details of the clinical scenario of malnutrition in children. Protein energy malnutrition, kwashiorkor, marasmus, kwashiorkor, weight loss, arms and legs, decrease of muscle mass, swollen abdomen, ascites, increase of capillary permeability, enlarged liver, fatty liver, peripheral edema, decrease of oncotic pressure, anemia, lethargy, hair and skin changes. Next, marasmus, weight loss, skin and bones, prominent of ribs, drastic loss of adipose tissue, growth retardation, chronic diarrhea, muscle atrophy, skin folds, old man face. Diagnostic evaluation. Diagnosis of malnutrition is generally made on the basis of clinical signs and symptoms and certain factors like duration and precipitating causes, if any. There are various anthropometric measures to diagnose malnutrition in children. Let's discuss in details of the diagnostic evaluation of malnutrition. Body mass index (BMI), also known as Quetelet's index. Formula: BMI equal to weight by height square. Interpretation: BMI between 17 to 18.5, mild malnourished. BMI between 16 to 18, moderate malnourished. BMI less than 16, severe malnourished. BMI more than 30, obesity. Routine blood test. It helps in assessing anemia and other vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Diagnosis of malnutrition in children. mid-upper arm circumference, less than 110 millimeter, severe malnutrition. Hematological and bacteriological tests in children, blood glucose, blood count, urine for routine examination, stool for parasite and worm infestation, blood protein or albumin levels of iron in blood, folic acid and vitamin B12 are recommended. Thyroid function test. Waterloo classification for wasting and stunting, height by age less than 50%, weight by height less than 70%, that means severe degree of protein energy malnutrition. WHO classification, height by age, Z-score -2 to -3, moderate malnutrition. Height by age, Z-score less than 3, -3, severe malnutrition. Weight by height, Z-score -2 to -3, moderate malnutrition. Z-score less than -3, severe malnutrition. Management of malnutrition. Management of malnutrition. We have to follow the WHO guidelines. First, to treat and prevent hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia can be treated by glucose intake as well as also by glucose infusion. Next, to prevent hypothermia. Proper maintenance of temperature is necessary. Radiant warmer is helpful in care of neonates. Third, to treat and prevent dehydration. Fluid intake and infusion to prevent dehydration. To correct electrolyte deficiencies. Sodium potassium levels should be maintained. Next, to treat and prevent infection. Antibiotics and proper hygiene should be maintained. To correct micronutrient deficiencies. To facilitate catch-up growth. To provide sensory stimulation and emotional support. To prepare for following after recovery. Prevention of malnutrition. Prevention of malnutrition includes health promotion, specific protection, early diagnosis and treatment, rehabilitation. Under health promotion, measures directed to pregnant and lactating women for education, distribution of supplements, necessary for promotion of breastfeeding. Child should be made to eat more foods at frequent intervals, so development of low-cost weaning food is needed. Measures should be taken to improve family diet, nutrition education, promotion of correct feeding practices, home economics, family planning and spacing of birth, and family environment. Under specific protection, the child diet must contain protein and energy-rich foods. Milk, eggs, fresh fruits should be given or possible. Immunization, fortification. Under early diagnosis and treatment, periodic surveillance is needed. Early diagnosis and treatment of infections and diarrhea. Development of programs for early rehydration of children with diarrhea. Development of supplementary feeding programs during epidemics. And deworming of heavily infested children. Under rehabilitation, nutritional rehabilitation services, hospital treatment and follow-up care. Health education. First, proper health education is most necessary to avoid malnutrition. Second, education regarding proper intake of foods during pregnancy along with emotional support helps in delivering a healthy baby from a healthy mother, and thus it helps in avoiding low birth weight babies which can lead to malnutrition. Mass education on various aspects of malnutrition. 4. Education regarding proper dietary intake to boost the immune system that ultimately helps in avoiding various infections. 5. Proper immunization to newborns. Role of nurse in community to prevent malnutrition. Nurses play a vital role in preventing malnutrition in community level. At the very first, people should be aware about malnutrition, and for this proper mass education should be done amongst the people most vulnerable to malnutrition. Proper care to the pregnant mother with intake of nutritious diet during pregnancy period will help in delivering a healthy baby. Proper education for adequate breastfeeding will help in avoiding various nutrient deficiency disorder along with proper complementary feeding. Awareness regarding evil effects of traditional beliefs and taboos regarding food intakes. Malnutrition risk screening amongst the vulnerable one. Nutritional assessment with the help of various anthropometric measures as well as clinically diagnosed on the basis of various signs and symptoms. Diagnostic procedures should be implemented to detect malnutrition amongst the vulnerable groups, and prompt treatment should be initiated. Nutritional care plan and nutritional therapy should be started without delay with special attention to various aspects due to malnutrition and should be monitored. Proper documentation should be done. Last, not the least, malnutrition can be avoided only through proper education, proper care to mother, proper housing environment, and prompt care if diagnosed. Conclusion. Malnutrition is thus become one of the serious concerns which has become an alarming situation in the present day. Various factors are leading of malnutrition, and thus proper education, proper dietary intake, and proper logistic attitude towards uprooting of malnutrition will definitely help to come out of this health concern.